Hi, this is Sharon Smoot with Coldwell Banker, and today I want to talk to buyers about making an offer in a seller's market. So what exactly is a seller's market? A seller's market is one in which there are more buyers looking to purchase a home than there are homes on the market for sale. And in a seller's market, the seller is in control. And one of the biggest challenges that buyers face in a seller's market is determining exactly how much to ask a seller to pay in closing costs. Well, unfortunately, there's no set formula for that. But one of the things that I know for certain is that in a seller's market, the more closing costs a buyer asks the seller to pay, the less appealing that offer will be to the seller. So you need to come up with a strategy to craft an offer that will make it as appealing as possible to a seller. So let me just set up an example for you, a scenario for you. Let's say, for instance, that the maximum price that you can afford to pay for a home is $140,000. Rather than focusing on homes that are priced in the $137,000 to $140,000 range, you might want to focus on homes that are priced in the $127,000 to $130,000 range. And there's a reason for this. If you find a home that is priced at $140,000, you're not in a position to tweak your offer in any way. You need the seller to pay closing costs. You don't have a whole lot of money saved up for your down payment, so you need the seller to pay closing costs. If you find a home that's priced at $140,000 and you ask the seller to pay 3% in closing costs, 9 times out of 10 in a seller's market, your offer will be rejected because someone else has come in and asked the seller to pay nothing in closing costs or less than the full 3%. Now, on the other hand, if you focus on homes that are priced in the $127,000 to $130,000 range, there's some wiggle room for you to play around with the numbers. So here's the example. You find a home that is listed at $130,000 and you absolutely fall in love with it. You have the option of offering $130,000 and asking the seller to pay 3% in closing costs. You have a second option, which is to ask the seller to pay 3% in closing costs, which is $3,900, but you add that $3,900 to the list price and offer $133,900 for the offer. So essentially what you've done is set the seller up to net the same amount as if you had offered $130,000 and asked for nothing in closing costs. So by not focusing on homes at the upper limit of what you can afford to pay, you give yourself the ability to kind of finagle some closing costs out of the seller, but leave the seller in the exact same financial situation with the same net as you would have if you didn't ask for closing costs and you made a full price offer. I hope that you understood that. If you have any questions about this video or about purchasing or selling a home, please feel free to give me a call. I can be reached at 678-446-5925. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.